Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Saturday. All right, guys. Well, we're back to talk about Teddi Mellencamp because for the first time she is making an appearance back on her podcast, Two T's in a Pod with Tamra Judge. It was very emotional. I don't know if you guys watched it or listened to it. There was a lot of emotions, clearly. I don't think that we would expect anything but, especially with what she's going through. I mean, 4 brain tumors, 2 tumors on the lung. Then you have it. I couldn't even imagine. Just my heart goes out for that family, to that family. It's just terrible. But we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it. And I think that we should spread more awareness on it. So definitely hit the like button. Let us know what you think in the comments. Be a part of the conversation. We encourage that. Don't forget to get subscribed so you don't miss future conversations, and hit the notifications. That way you don't miss when shit is going down. But let's, yeah, get into it. Thank you to Reality Blurb. Teddi Mellencamp, she revealed that she could barely walk and she couldn't see before the doctors discovered her recent brain tumors. Now, she did say that she ignored uh, like really, really bad headaches. She was saying that they were severe. She said for about 6 months. Um, if you guys don't remember, it was last month. Teddi had surgery to remove multiple tumors from her brain. But for the last 3 years, she's been an advocate of, and she's also been treated for melanoma. But also, like, right in the mix of her divorce, like, this is a lot. She said, I remember being in such extreme pain. I could barely walk. I couldn't see. Every second that we weren't filming the podcast, I would have to lay in bed. I remember you, Tamara, were like, why don't you want to go out? Why don't you want to do this? And I didn't want to do anything. Like, I was in extreme, excruciating pain in my head. But Teddi also recalled that Tamara said that she couldn't do the podcast that day, and Tamara told her to go to the hospital. And she said, well, Edwin took her to the hospital. I didn't know what to do because, everything in my life is clearly upside down. And so I called my friend Val actually, and I started sobbing to her. And I'm like, I need you to take me to the hospital right now. I think I'm dying. And she was like, I'm with another friend at a doctor's appointment. So then I called Edwin, and Edwin took me to the hospital. But Tamara asked Teddi why she ignored her severe headaches for 6 months. And Teddi said, I think it's because so much bad stuff was happening, going on right then. And I didn't want to face any of it. And I was just like, I just need to keep moving forward. And if I keep moving forward, everything's going to be fine. But she never thought it was cancer because she had just gone for a checkup and she learned that she was clear. And that was of melanoma for the first time in 3 years. And she said the hardest part is that nobody was really wanting to tell me what was happening because they were scared. So I didn't really know what was happening. Like, I thought I was fine. I thought I could go home the next day. And once the tumors were out, I thought I would be done. And I really didn't understand a whole lot of anything. But she also recalled that her hospital discharge, that was 2 weeks after her surgery. She said she couldn't be discharged until she urinated, which was difficult as she was on disgusting sodium pills. And she said, I couldn't pee, guys. I do know, like, how to pee. I just don't know why I couldn't pee. But one day I remember I had just thrown up like 85 times from the stupid salt pills. And yeah, she said it got really sad. But Tamara also said, I think it was when your memory's coming back and feeling a little bit better. You're really acknowledging what's going on. And our talk on the phone at the time was the moment that I was dreading because then you knew what was going on with you. And Teddi said, once I understood, that's when I got really sad. But Tamara also shared that after getting the diagnosis, Teddi texted her saying, you all thought I was mental, but actually I'm on my deathbed. Wait, I'm gonna play the clip for you guys. This is really extreme. I'm gonna play the clip. Roll the tape. Hold on. Wait a minute. Here we go.
We were doing podcasts together. You were very short. You wanted to get through the rundown really quick. You didn't really want to chat about it. And I called you and I asked you, and you literally weren't even aware. You're like, what?
Yeah,
No,
I wasn't.
no.
I remember it's always very like patchy, my memory at this point. And then I was in I remember being in such extreme pain when we left for New Orleans.
I don't know how you pushed through that.
Like, I could barely walk. I couldn't see every second that we weren't, filming. I would have to lay in the bed. I remember you were like, why don't you want to go out? Why don't you want to do this?
Right.
I didn't want to do anything. Like I was in extreme, excruciating pain in my head.
And you were taking Advil.
Yeah.
And was working. We, after we had a tight schedule.
Which
Like we
is
landed, we got there, we started podcasting, we had guests, then we got glammed. And during glam, you hit a wall and you're like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like,
I don't
what
want
do
to go
you
to the
mean?
party.
I don't want to do this. I want to do this. And I said, yeah, come on, you're going to do that.
Yeah.
And I was like, something's not right.
I would say I was so edgy. And what ended up coming out was we got through the weekend.
We got through the
We
week.
got through the weekend. We had fun. And then I got home and I went and like had plans with a friend. And that night I was like, I feel terrible. I don't know what to do. And then the next day I we did the podcast together. And then the next day, as we're starting the podcast, like I start crying to you guys and I'm like, I can't do it today. I'm sorry.
I told you, I go, you need to go to the hospital. You need to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
And then,
So I do want to say that's really, I mean, listening to the story, I think that that's why it's so important because people always talk about checkups, right? Like whether it's my mom had breast cancer, she always talks about checkups. My grandfather had prostate cancer, so he always talks about, well, he did, now he's not here. But the point is Teddi had debilitating headaches, severe migraines, and she didn't want to go out. She didn't want to do anything. Nothing. And all of a sudden, here it comes. She has 4 tumors in her brain. She has 2 tumors on her lungs. Like, this is insane, you guys. This is why we have to pay attention to things. But hold on, we're not done. Just when you thought you're like, we're done with you. Nope, you're not. You don't get off that easy. I'm not done. Hold on. Here we go. This clip. And you can see Teddi.
Saddest days. I think I'm dying. I can't see. I can't walk. I can't even get out of bed.
so scary.
There was 4 really large tumors.
You said to me, you all thought I was mental, but actually I'm on my deathbed.
Yeah. Like I remember feeling like this is actually it.
You're the only person that I know that had brain surgery and 3 weeks later is doing hot yoga.
What gives me life
Yeah.
is doing things that I love. Ugh, I need my hair to grow out.
I'm not going to be that friend that's going to shave my head just because you did. I have a lot of lumps and bumps and
Oh, you have a lot of lumps and bumps? Some of my darkest, saddest days.
You know what though? They're really cute together, and that's a good friendship. That does make me happy. And I do wonder, who have you ever thought about that? Like if you go through something like that, who's gonna be by your side? I don't know. All right, guys, pop off in the comment section. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and we'll see you in just a little bit. Love you guys. Bye.